and thanks for joining me again for another 15-minute workout. And today we are doing a total body tone. So we're going to start seated on the mat. Come quite close to the end of the mat. So we're going to be rolling back. So we're going to sit high on those sit bones so you can feel the bony parts of the sit bones. We want to be really high on those so we have a nice vertical spine. And hold on behind the thighs. And inhale to prepare. And then exhale, tuck the pelvis back towards the mat as we roll down just to the tops of the shoulders. Inhale at the bottom and then exhale, draw those abdominals in to lift us back up to seated. Okay, so we're going to do about 6. Inhale, exhale, really get as much flexion as you can out of the spine just to warm that lower back up. Good. Keep the upper body nice and relaxed. And up. Okay, let's do 3 more. Waking those abs up. Last 2. And up. And then the last one, we're going to stay on the mat. So rolling all the way down. We're going to take our left leg long. Our right knee is coming to a tabletop position for 1 leg circle. So I'll get you started and then give you some options on this. So either hands are long on the mat, knee is bent, and we're taking the leg around and down and up, keeping the knee in line with the foot. So we're not allowing the hip to go open out to the side to tip over. The idea here is to use the abdominals to keep the pelvis as stable as you can. So you really need to feel that they're drawing down into the mat to give you as much support as you can. Okay, if you've been doing Pilates for a while, you might want to add a little bit more instability. Take your arms to the ceiling. Let's do 1 more this way. Okay, and then let's reverse it the other direction. Okay, if you have more flexibility, you might want to take a straight leg. Okay, but the idea, the essence of this exercise is lumbo-pelvic stability. So you use the abdominals to really keep that pelvis stable. 2 more. And last one. Just hug that knee in, circle the ankle one way and the other. And then let's change to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to do arms to the ceiling, but a bent knee. If you do have your arms to the ceiling, make sure your shoulder blades are nice and flat on the mat. You're not scrunching up in the neck. Keep breathing. 2 more this direction. And last one. And reverse. Like down and round and up. Good. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Great job. Hook the knee in, release that hip flexor, and just circle the ankles. So our feet are now coming flat on the mat, hip bone distance apart. We're just going to go into a few hip rolls just to make sure that that back is nice and warmed up. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, tip the pelvis towards the rib cage as you push through the heels, using the glutes and hamstrings to lift up. So you're in a nice straight line from your shoulders to your kneecaps at the top. Weight is even in the feet to make sure those inner thighs are active. And then we sink down from just below the neck. Obviously you're not going to sink down from there, but it's just to make sure that you try and get some movement through that thoracic area, through the rib cage area of the back, and not just keeping it in the lumbar. So just do 2 more. And down. And last one. Inhale. Good. And down. Good. So now take your left leg long, your right leg, I just want you to bend it in, holding behind the thighs. We're just going to do a quick hamstring stretch before we go into our scissors exercise. So flex the foot and we're just going to push the leg out as you pull it in with your hands, but keep the knee bent. So it's just kind of an active hamstring stretch without really stretching it straight. One more. Okay, now head and chest comes up, other leg is hovering off the mat, and we go into our scissors. So we pulse, 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 pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then let's just do the same thing on the other side with the hamstring. So pushing out as you resist with the hands, and in. In, and last one. In, foot goes straight, and we should do 10 more of the scissors. 2. Okay, if you need to keep your legs a little bit bent as you do this, you do that. Okay, it shouldn't be really super pulling on the hamstrings. So if you need to just bend a little, just adapt to your body. Last 2. And then hug the knees in. And then you're going to come onto your side. So we're going to create a pillow with the bottom hand. Bottom leg, shin is lined up with the front of the mat. Top hip, just push it away to make sure we're not collapsing in the waist. And we're going to stay with those hamstrings and we're going to do into side kick. So we flex the foot forward and then point as we extend slightly. So we'll do 8 like that. So it might help if you just put your hand on your hip to make sure that you're not rocking too much. So make sure those abdominals are nice and switched on to help support so you're not rocking. Good. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to prop ourselves up on our elbow. Top leg is long and the top arm is long as well. We're going to bring the elbow to the knee using those obliques and lengthen away for 8, 7, 6, 5, really draw the elbow to the knee, feel those obliques, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're going to do the elbow to the knee, and then you reach slightly forward and slightly back, and you feel a contraction in that glute. So together, reach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. So now, before we go to the other side, we're going to come onto our elbows to stay with the glutes. So when we're in this elbow position, we want to make sure that we're not collapsing through the tops of the shoulders. We're pushing the elbows apart to activate the muscles on the upper back and the backs of the shoulders. We're going to glide our right leg back, making sure the hips are still facing down on the mat like headlights. And we're going to lift and lower the leg, but only in line with the hip. So what we don't want to do is throw it up. Okay, it's just about control. So for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bend the knee, tap the opposite calf, and the leg shoots up and out on a slight angle to get the outside of the glute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. So now coming onto your tummy, and we're going to have our hands in front of us with our forehead resting on our hands. And we're going to do some back extension work. Okay, so our legs are long, glutes and hamstrings are pulling down, abs are lifting, so you can have like an imaginary pocket of air underneath that belly button just to protect the back. So we're going to inhale, extend up, so we're just lightly pushing through the hands, and exhale, lower down. Good. So you may need to adjust the position of the hands just for you. I don't know if you have any shoulder tension or it feels like it's pinching slightly. Just play around a little to get it into a comfortable position for you. Just so long as we're not using only the hands to push up, we want to use those back extensions to lift us. 2 more like this. And last one. Good. So we're now going to lift the head, lift the hands to meet, and lower both down. So you'll instantly notice that this is far harder because of the weight that you're adding. So maybe you don't come up as high. I know I can't in this. Keep breathing. Let's do 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. Now we're going to bend the knees, and our legs are coming the width of the mat. Hands are coming onto the small of your back, head to one side. We're going to do double leg kick. So we're going to kick, kick. Then we bring the shoulder blades together at the back as we lift the arms and the legs to fly. Head goes to the other side. Kick, kick. Reach. Good. Really feel those shoulder blades coming together at the back. And then they round forward as you come down. And last one. Good. And then just push up and into a shell stretch as if we're rounding over a ball, just to go into flexion after that extension. And then let's finish off with the sideline on the other side. So create a pillow with that bottom arm. Shin is lined up with the front of the mat. Push that hip away. We're nice and supported in the waist for our side kick. So kick, kick, and back. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Coming up onto the elbow now, so making sure that you're really supported on the underside here and the shoulder is not collapsed and pushing through. Arm and leg comes long and we use the obliques to bring them in and reach. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now we bring them in and then reach slightly forward and slightly back and together and in. Can really feel my waist working there. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. We're going to end with a book stretch just to get a little bit of rotation. So we've done all the flexion, rotation, side movements. So we inhale and then exhale, open out the chest as you rotate back. Inhale, and then bring it back. Okay, if you prefer to do this with a straight arm, rotate back. So it's just important that the hips stay facing forward and that rotation is just coming through the thoracic area around the ribs. And last one. Okay, and then we just go to the other side. Inhale, exhale, and close it down. And one more. And then push yourself up. And you are done. Another 15-minute total body tone. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know, leave me a comment. And I will see you again back on the mat very soon. Take care. Bye.